Just be a good person. Okay? Don't do things to try to magnify your, native history, colonial, sexual violence. We had no word for rape. We had no word for rape, indigenous history and colonial. People that look like him used to ritually cannibalize their sexual rivals. Okay? William Longshank saying, got nothing on you, baby. Ain't nothing on you, baby. Right? Ramesses, who came from people that threw babies to crocodiles because they were afraid that man would come and eliminate their delusions of sexual dominance through violent sexual behavior. Okay? They got nothing on you, baby. They got nothing on you, baby. Look, right in between Tyson and Kevin McBride, and Walmart shoplifter makes run after fake receipt gets caught. And he lived for 50 years off the grid in rural Appalachia all by himself, reading books and planting crops, and had no meaningful relationships with anybody, period, except for dead people in books that he thought he might be as intelligent as. Shit. Damn, I just sat watching the one we made the other night. Let's see, what was it called, Joe? What was the one that Earl just watched? One needs to be faithful to have a home to run to. Right? As I did just watch. Oh, that's the first time I went back and watched that one. I remembered it and I knew what I said. It's a baby, oh sweet baby. I meant every word that I said. If I was sarcastic or obnoxious, I'll let you know it. So I don't want to talk it over in bed. I just want to sleep without being abused by your business partners that sitting here making myself nauseous with your ugly food that stinks, right? So I'm tired of this shit, right? And if you ain't tired of this shit, it's illegit and it needs to quit. That's my go-to on hip-hop rhymes, man. Because rhyming is serious. Okay? It's illegit and it needs to quit. Well, if it's always illegit and needs to quit, I'm going to keep saying it. And if I don't have to say it no more, it's because we legit and we don't have to quit because it's right and we going to live it forever. Right, bitch? Shut the fuck up. I'm working here. I'm an MC, bitch. Got it from moms and pops because I knew dad and mom. Because they tried to have a holy covenant, but all the illegit shit wouldn't quit. Shut up, motherfucker. I'm talking here. Okay? You understand? We didn't have a word for rape. That's because they didn't consider it wrong. They took whatever they won. Okay? Rape was a word that was invented when people explained to them that taking what they want against other people's will is wrong. Just because they use language differently doesn't mean he's still trying to rape you with his ego. Right? Boom, boom, boom. I want a trend. I want to be seen as an influential, intellectual, superior person to the people that are manipulating me with their money and their technology. I want to, you want to do the earthquake thing with the Mohican guy from the Superman video with the modern science, and modern science will convince you, and because he wants Manhattan Island back because you gave him cheap beats and wampum, man. Understand? Flip the script. There is no script. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. It's a sand painting, yo. Maybe he should go check out more. Maybe he should have good purse with Barboncito and Manuelito and Tishna and Taza and Nache like Earl does. And don't forget Little Hawk and Crazy Horse. More Little Hawk. Little Hawk had genetic sequences that were more related to my family. Crazy Horse had genetic sequences related to a man named Brian Manwaring, who I met. Okay, who's related to the sire of Crazy Horse. His name is Brian Manwaring. Well, that kind of makes sense. I think so too. Okay. But Little Hawk and Crazy Horse had different biological fathers because she was at the fort. And the men that she had children with had a tendency to get killed at work. Right? And a man named Al Capone tried to make that town his own. And so we take Peggy into our own fires. I'm Joseph Tandanega. I'm Joseph Brant. Tayon de Nega. I am Lachahio. I am the peacemaker. I am more man. I am more man than I. Right? I talk. Well, because I'm an exquisite listener. Rumi told me that all the time when I was a kid. You listen so well. Well, I want to do right. Oh, Paul Davis, I like him too. I never knew I could be holding you, but you're not doing it in the kingdom of heaven because you're not living the Lord's Prayer. So I want to do right, got to do right for all of my, but you got to do right. And he was one of my favorite singers when I was a kid. Go figure, yeah. Hello, Earl, it's been a while. Guess you'll be glad to know that I've learned how to laugh and smile. Getting over you was slow, like 2,026 years and counting, right? How high's the water? 12 foot high and rising, son, 12 foot high and rising. And then the water comes and then it goes back. Okay, share a caregiver in accordance with need built to last. Oh, there you go. Hey, take your Taj Mahal and get the fuck out of here, right? We're ooby-doo. I want to be like you. Hoo-hoo. I want to walk like you. They think they're orangutans. No, that's a movie. They all group together. Yeah, they all group together. Why? Because they had to do scenes together. And so they would go together, and basically you're going to go with who you recognize, right? Where you feel comfortable because they put you in this group. They did this, yeah, because it was a social science experiment. Guys, today, okay, if they made a Planet of the Apes movie that wasn't all CGI, okay, you'd sit down and talk to whoever your best buddy was. Oh, I ain't talking to him. He's a chimpanzee. Yeah, but he's an asshole. I'm going to go talk to my buddy, the gorilla. Hey, you gorilla? You old heathen? Okay, do you understand? Times have changed. Yeah, and they stay the same. It's like I was telling Dad over there next day, like Suzuki told me. He said, Earl, okay, if you go read the Bible and the Quran and the Gospels, you'll find the truth is consistent because truth is truth. But the lie always changes because they remarket the lie and try to rebottle the lie to get people to, and then they did this like 65 years ago. Right, but most of those people have been murdered off the face of the planet, so it might work on their relatives because of genetic sequencing. Oh, damn, we suck again. Yeah, water boy. Look. Is that Joe Theismann's slide? Oh, that's horrible to look at. It is. It is. You and your sow cow. Have her go make you some dinner. Okay, that's abominable. I don't know what it means, but it just sounds bad, right? Okay, so do you understand? Oh, what are they teaching people at Florida State? How to rob home runs and how to make money. Stop it. Money's not real. And robbing home runs? You're not robbing home runs. If he didn't hit it far enough for you not to be able to grab it when it was going over the fence, it wasn't a home run. If the guy was fat and can't jump, then it's a home run. If the guy's like me, no. Okay, Jim, I'm just going to send it. I ain't trying to get run over by a car trying to catch that. He's running home. Okay. First time, damn, Earl's pretty quick. Second time, he's a lot faster than I thought he was. Third time, I'm sending it over the street. If he wants to get run over trying to catch, that's his business. I'll let it go. Okay, Jim. Damn, you lineman can sure knock the boop out of a softball. I didn't mean to. I just didn't, you know what I mean? It was easy. Okay. Shagging flies was easy. It was almost like it was nothing. Like, you know, like Martin Burris, he's like the perfect Frisbee dog. I didn't even know how high Martin was throwing it. I wasn't paying attention. We were talking about his troubles with my sister Pancha, and I was trying to help him. Because I love Martin and I love Pancha. And he'd throw the ball up near the 8-foot, because the wall, 7 foot, it was a high wall. They had a big center block wall in between yards, right? And these little like cypress type tree things in between, give privacy and stuff. And Martin threw the ball up towards the wall thing, and I didn't want to go in the neighbor's yard, so I had to leap up and get it with one hand and snag it. And he was like, God damn, he did that like he was tying his shoe. Okay. And he does stuff like that again. And he's like, he doesn't even bitch at you. He just keeps talking and tosses you a good pass, and you throw him the worst fucking pass in the world. He catches it like he's, oh, hey, could you pass the potato salad? That's what he does. He doesn't bitch at you and go, you suck. Why can't you throw as good as me? He doesn't do anything like that. He just keeps the conversation going. Well, baby, my love for you is real, so take me where you want to. Me and my heart, you still. And then he sits there and gets the keys to the Datsun, which is now Nissan, get the Datsun, and tells Pancha, I got to borrow the car. Why? I'm going to go, Earl, we'll take him down to Chris's Eye. Punch is like, what? Martin puts me in the car and drives me down there and gets head football coach and goes, Coach, because he knew him, he goes, this is his ticket to state championship right here. And he points to me and the guy looks at me and laughs. It was like, okay, say I came from New Jersey and the lady's dog looks like Uncle Louie, right? And Johnny walks up to the guy from Cobra Kai and goes, this is the dude that's going to take the belt at the karate championship this year in San Dimas. Football rules. Yeah, all right. Smaller, but better. Party on, dudes. All we are is dust in the wind, bro. Right. And the guy he'd laugh, right? Ralph Macchio with the Jesus hairstyle. Right. He's the best karate champion. It's not Bruce Lee. No. It's not Chuck Norris. No. It's the skinny kid right there. We did the same thing with Home from the Trang family, right? He looked like the Vietnam version of Barry Manilow and Ichabod Crane, right? Taito Tan looked like a hot guy. You know, he looked like, wow, he looks a little bit like one of the guys from BTS or Bruce Lee or his son, Brandon, only more Asian. He had freckles, these guys, but gorgeous dude, right? Real athletic looking, right? Had a big, long fingernail to cut his coat to make sure it was pure before he could buy it or sell it. Yeah, Taito Tan. Best martial artist in all the Trang family, or so we all thought. No one fucks with tires. No. Home. Okay. Home best at martial art in our family. Get the fuck out of here, Tim. You fucking with us now. You crazy. You full of shit, right? We go down to the family basement. And they have this whole, god dang, there's like throwing stars, swords, nunchucks, all those things that are, quote, illegal. But Taito Tan's one of business partners with Danny Bennett, my basketball coach at the YMCA League, right? And there's pictures of Home jumping in the air, doing fights with these other guys. And Dad had to take pictures of it, his dad. It's my son, right? And you're seeing this skinny guy in these black, Bruce Lee pants. Right, and we're like, no, and we told the people, oh, really, and they didn't believe us, right? And at the end of when Home was the valedictorian, he started out our freshman year with Tim and Snow and us all in 9th grade. Okay, we all started out in 9th grade at Dean Morgan Junior High. Okay, at the end of the year, we were all still in junior high. Home graduated valedictorian at Natrona County High School. Okay, he came to the States on a boat. Okay, started school in September. Do you remember 21st night of September? He started in September at Dean Morgan Junior High with the rest of us. Nick Becker, you should play soccer, all that stuff, and basketball, and Mrs. Coe hiding from her in the bathroom because repetition is the best way of learning. And if you speak this way, you'll never get or keep a job. Raymond Andrews, you're such a sweet boy, right? And so that whole year, and the Kuykendalls going down there, throwing salt licks, Ray being all excited, having fun, being 14, driving the truck around the pasture because you can, and it's not the pasture. We didn't run over the pasture. We were in a pasture where you feed cows, and throwing out the salt and Dre's driving and Sean's laughing and they're having a good old time. Just don't go too fast. You don't want to send Earl and Jeff out the back of the truck. You sure? It's funny. No, they were great. And then we're downstairs with the Kuykendalls, one of the nicest farming, ranching families that got made up by all the popular kids. And then thank you for being good friends to my Sean. Everybody else is mean to him, makes fun of him, or uses him. You're real friends. We all moved, except for Jeff. I don't know if Jeff and Sean remain friends. I hope so. But yeah, she was so excited. You were such genuine, nice boys. Thank you for being such good friends to my Sean. I am and Kim probably stayed friends as long as they stayed there, but it was a boom town and an oil town, so the families, it was like the military. It wasn't for long. You had those brief moments. Few stolen moments is all that we share, right? But it was one of the last days of school, and a bunch of those cowboys, we scalped Wyoming Indian, whoa, started throwing rocks at home, and the little kids from the family was walking home. Well, the rocks went up and hit one of the little ones in the head. There was 4 cowboys picking up teeth and body parts and cowboy hats, and he came over. Wah! They didn't believe us. I didn't see it. My friends told me about it. Home came over there. Flainer! Kicked the shit out of them. It's like, damn, if we only had these phones, it would be all over YouTube. Bigot cowboys in Wyoming didn't know that the freshman valedictorian from Dean Morgan to Natrona County High School was also the family master in martial arts. Even better than his cocaine-dealing cousin. Okay? Like walking in the rain and the snow and there's nowhere to go and you're feeling like a part of you is dying and you're looking for the answer in her eyes. You think she wants to break up, then she says she wants to make up. Ooh, she says she loves you. Oh, the things we do for love, that's what you call it. Are you delivering the people you love from evil by thinking, speaking, and living the Lord's Prayer? Do you have the faith of Psalms? Do you understand the wisdom of Proverbs? That what makes you think your quantum computer is going to work right? What makes you think you're doing any good circling the moon and planning on going to Mars? You turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Remember that movie when they scraped the thing on the giant turtle and they killed Carl Weathers on the back by being stuck with a harpoon and a harpoon line to the turtle? What was the name of that crazy, creepy movie? Oh, I did not like it. I didn't think Carl Weathers' character was that bad of a person. Look. It's the Streetcar Family. Remember that book? Anybody else have that book? The Streetcar Family? Where Dad had to turn their house and they had to make a house out of a streetcar. You remember that? How about Ramona the Pest? You guys have Ramona the Pest books at your house? No? How about the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew? Well, they've made movies about those. That's right. One of the Cassidy boys was in it, right? Was Sean, right? That David's little brother? I think so. I'm sleeping and right in the middle of a good dream. Is that Shirley Jones? Don't laugh at my jokes too loud. People might think we're in love, right? The corn is as high as an elephant's eye. Right? Yeah. What is that one? Oh, that's, oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. That's the one that Bobby Bloom sings at the end of Alex will meet me when the dumbass plane lands. Keys to that old sports car will be in his hand. Does it have a Tesla engine in it? No, well, let's just walk. Rock-a-hula, rock, wrong island. Oh, shit, I'm on Jamaica? Some of that stuff I may not like. Did you got curry chicken? Does Sedalia have curry chicken? Sharon, don't flirt with me, Frodo. Right? You think it'll happen? Probably not. No, it's probably just scientists fucking with my head because everybody's too scared of Right Said Fred to get up and do the right thing. So we'll still be singing the gospel of Paul Davis for money to fuck. Till further notice, till I clean this motherfucker up. The Antiques Roadshows. This old guitar gave me my lovely lady. Opened up her eyes and ears to me. I could never play the guitar good like Buddy Holly or John Denver or Chet Atkins or Neto and Anatar, or one of my favorites are probably still Neto and Anatar. Well, I like Tonino a lot too, and I like Otmar. Anybody else? I love Tonino. Tonino's one of my favorite guitar players, period. Anybody else? It's Tonino, lead guitar, Gypsy Kings. I want to hear Gypsy Kings, Dad, you know. Lead guitarist Tonino. Ah, Tonino! Don't you hear all the guys? They give him his propers, you know. When he does a real good solo and all that, all the guys, oh, Tonino, hey. They let everybody know it's my cousin. He's playing that guitar. You can play that guitar, right? Yeah. This old guitar. what a friend to have on a cold and lonely night. Or you can have an MP3 with Tonino. I hear Otmar, Neto and Anatar. Right. Mama yo quiero. Or yeah. Ole mujer indena. There's no word for rape in our language because we didn't think we were doing anything wrong. Oh, look at all those little statues of men having sex with girls. I'm going to protect the maiden in the museum from being sacrificed on the mountain with coca leaves. I'm the living embodying my Lord's Prayer. Why do you get a load of me? Well, I'm St. Nicholson, and it's Christmas time, and I'm chucking your Christmas tree through the picture window. Just kidding. I've changed allegiances. On Gilgis Alexander and J. Will, I'm not, I don't stutter. There's 2 J. Wills. What's the other kid's name? Holmgren and Wallace. And there's no Scott and Kareem and the rest of the team. I don't know them all by heart. No, they do have a good little basketball team. How much of it is computer programming and how much of it is reality? In order to program a computer, it has to be able to do it in reality. You tell me. I don't know. I'm not an asshole who causes brain damage unilaterally in people because I feel powerful because I can manipulate them with invention and say it's natural selection because it's evolution. I'm not insane. I'm rational. Okay, I don't care about your inventions of words and how to use words to rape people over money because you want to feel powerful because you can manipulate people with your words. Okay, just submit to faith in the glory of God, God omniscient and omnipotent. Understand and obey natural laws to continue a eternal lack of sacrifice through holy covenants, or I'll kick you in the fucking dick so hard if your vagina ever asks for money, I'll slap it shut faster than she could say Earl. What? Did that just happen? It's been happening. It happened before January 22nd, 2013. Because my life story is the one that's in the book of Revelation. And it wouldn't have been necessary if you listen to In My Life, I Love You More. To Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John, right? Thong, 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 thong song. Fucking assholes. How much money does it cost to get in her vagina? About as much money as it costs to circle the moon. Wow. I wouldn't have sex with a woman like that if we were the last 2 people on the earth because I wouldn't want to procreate because I wouldn't want my kids to grow up to be like her. That's awfully mean. Well, then stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me. Otherwise, yeah, I said it. I said it. There, I said it again. I love you. I just don't trust and or like you. You want to earn my trust enough where I can like you. So then you know my love is eternally real, right? If you had my love and I gave you all my trust, would you comfort me? Right? Oh, tithings of comfort and joy, right? There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. He talked a lot and people said he talked too much, way too much to listen too well. But Rumi told me, you guys are insane, you see. Yeah, I have that picture up on the wall in the barn where there's this man who was showing me that during the Holy Crusades, he was the heart of King David. Rodney told me to put Eck on it, and I had to erase it. It's like, no, there was no Eck. That's Paul Twitchell's invention. He typed, people's stories of faithful people and turned it into comic book sales for him. Yeah, there is no Eckankar in the heart of Lord Saladin. He didn't know what Eckankar was until they were trying to rape me with it in the 20th century. He's like, what? I don't know. I'm here. Who? The only thing I know about Paul Twitchell, Darwin Gross, and Harold Klemp is that they're not omniscient and omnipotent like they claim to be for their yearly donation to their membership card and their secret words. Aku. Yeah. You can sit very still, look into the tizzer till. There's a way to get to God if you want to. You can go to Sugmod if you want to. Well, how can you be where God is not if God is omniscient? Okay. Saladin wasn't talking to, he's not one of the lines of the Eternal Act Masters. They said Jesus was. They didn't say Muhammad. They're extremists that are psychotic, that don't use the word rape in a sentence, that will hunt you down with a Fatma and mass murder you if you say Muhammad was one of the living Act Masters, the unbroken line of living Act Masters. He was violent and he killed people. Yeah, he like King David, had to stop a rapist by physically ending his life. Yeah, Muhammad did that. King David did that. Earl, I've never had to do that with my bare hands, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of them were feeling lucky. And I used Quando computing type programs to get a drone to kill him. Yes, sir. I did it. Do it again. Okay, if you deny the Lord's Prayer and get little girls tagged, bagged, and raped in Mexico to keep your businesses going, to get the cameras rolling, get the action going, yes. Okay, if I got technology to go rogue and go back from where you sent it to put you in the dirt faster than you could say dirt, yeah, I Joe Dirt ate it. Hell yeah, I did. But my name is Earl. It's not Joe. All right? Joe is one of my relatives in ancient Egypt. And in ancient Israel. He was the father, because the biological couldn't bother because of tribalism back in the day when we were fucked. We're not fucked anymore. Don't ever wish you were fucked again. Don't you ever wish for vulgar intercourse. All right? Mr. Taxi Driver, you don't need no taxi driver. You don't need no Uber driver. Okay? Just go walking in the rain and being so in love, right? I like David Black, too. Is it David J or J? I don't know. Is it really that important? No, we just know him as Jay from Jay and the Americans. Right. All right. Cuddle me, oh, why must we say goodbye each time we part? I could try to hold the notes, just not in the mood today, and I'm kind of tired. It's a better day. I haven't turned on the air conditioner yet because we have water in the yard, so it's cooler. In close proximity to my windows. That's why I have the bed over here instead of over there. Because the water, when they irrigate, stays longer in the front yard. There's less weeds and less Roundup sprayed near these trees than there are those. Because Bailey also sprays Roundup. So the proximity to healthier breathing at night is better here than there. Over there, from the halls of Montezuma. Well, I'll go as far as Tripoli and get a little bit more high quality oxygen from the H2O. Right. Wow. Alligators are angry because they have all them teeth and no toothbrush. I do not have any deputy dog pajamas. In case there's any aspiring Vicky Valancourts out there somewhere. Want to take a ride on my lawnmower? Do have a riding lawnmower. Did not steal LT's Porsche. I'm not from hell with LT and Von Damme done a bag of potato chips for sale. Yeah. But they're all terrified if the world sees me and shares me that they'll never be famous selling potato chips again. Ole, mule rendena. Ole. No, Messi's country, they speak Espanol, not. It's Brazil that speaks Portuguese. All right? It's not Cristian Ronaldo, but Ronaldo's country, right? Rivaldo's country. Socrates' country. Junior, okay? And Pele, okay? They speak Portuguese. Okay, they're the relatives and football is life family of my brothers from another mother across the water, down from the Gulf, called Neto and Anatar, who I enjoyed so much as a kiddo. I just love those guys, man. And there's something that was covered to me and then was able to discover on YouTube. I looked. I was, what is this? I was like, German? What's this? What's this Muller? Right? I never would listen to it. They kept suggesting. I was like, I don't know that one. That's a weird word. And then so I thought, well, curiosity says click on it. Oh, I like that. Oh, Max and Emmy, your mom liked that song? If I was your mom and your grandma, I'd like that song too. That's a damn good song, girls. Shit, yeah. I really like it. I like it a lot. I like it as much as Ella Fitzgerald tunes. Hell yeah. Anybody else? That song gives me goosies, man. As soon as I hear it go, and when he does that, it's real quick. It's the only thing about it is it seems like it's not long enough. That's why you have rinse and repeat, like with shampoo, with Amy with the conditioner. Stand up for my little Susie Bear's hair. Yeah, so all the Hair Bear Bunch people at the Wonderland Zoo. There are certain bears who. That's the writer that always makes fun of the bald guy with on the Dick Van Dyke Show. What's his name again? I can't remember his name. But the lady, she's hilarious, and they're doing the writing and stuff. At the Wonderland, there are certain bears who. That's him. Yeah, that's him. Like the garbage man on Chico and the Man is Hong Kong Foo Hong Kong. So to the Foomobile, and he's also Meadowlark from the Meadowlark Limited from the Batman cartoons and shit. Yeah. Algae. Why is shit so confusing? Yesterday fades away, becomes another memory. Peaceful living, wishing, thinking of a change. Forget about. Yeah, I understand. Max and Emmy's mom. I like that rap too. They're trying to say she's heard it. Maybe in the future. I'd be surprised if she heard it in the past. What if she did and she just can't do anything to stand up with you because of all these horrible things that these people are still able to do because the group accepts fighting and killing over Rockefeller money rather than standing up for the Lord, Earl Parsons? Because they won't do it on a grassroots level. They won't do it on social media. They won't do it publicly. They won't do it privately. And because the rich people are tied into technological contracts that are put on suicidal programs, I never thought of anything that diabolical. Oh, wow. How Darth Maul and Palpatine of you guys. Well, I'll work on it. I'm fixing it. I don't have to buy into that stuff. I don't see. I didn't sign these contracts. I told the Temple Set Illuminati to go fuck itself. I told Sheryl Sandberg and Mark Zuckerberg I'd get the hell off that plane and not ask anybody to go in the back bedroom with you. Okay. But you keep Natalie and Amy safe from all the perverts at Fort Huachuca, and I'm the worst pervert of them all because they pray to me as a god. Well, how come they're not living my commands? Well, go have a beer snake in Washington, D.C. if all the defenders and the commanders that couldn't follow a path of command and defend themselves from their own ego. Solitary confinement. Clarice Hannibal. What's the difference between Clarice and Hannibal? Clarice wouldn't be Clarice if it wasn't for Hannibal. And the Lord's Prayer saves us from Clarice and Hannibal. Hey, 7 monkeys. I got you. Okay, I gotcha. I can save Yoli and Cell in the same sentence. I love you. Peace. Forgive that trespass. Love on its own faithful peace. I'll be loving you eternally. Okay, peace out.